Hello, everyone. This is a most impromptu live stream because I have some spare 3 hours on my StreamYard, and I've got I believe I've got 6 hours and 45 minutes that I can do until November the 7th. So I'm going to quickly finish off building a mock tonight, and hopefully I can get it done inside of um a 45-minute time span, so I can do a 6 hour live stream instead of a 2 hour live stream on Saturday. And I'm trying to get Venomous Typin up in here. He was having a silly issue with multi-factor authentication, and we have Miss Bricks and Tasman Bricks in the chat. So hello, hello, hello. Normally I wouldn't put out invites for my live streams through the Cajun Yetis Instagram group chat, but because I know that my regular live stream partners are probably sleeping right now, I need to try and see if I can get some people from other time zones besides North America to see if they're interested. And we have Miss Amby. Thank you, guys, for turning up in the comments. That really makes my night, honestly. And hopefully we can get Venomous Typing up in here soon. By the way, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure both Tasman Bricks and Miss Bricks are in the Cajun Yetis Instagram group chat, which I believe is the Hard Stream gang. So correct me if I'm wrong, but if you guys are in that, in fact, I'm pretty sure all three of you guys are in there right now. There should be all three of you guys should have invites via the Cajun Yetis Hard Stream crew. Sorry, there's Venomous.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Long time no see.
This live stream should have started at around 9:00. Well, it should have started at 9 o'clock. I was going to give I was going to let the Venomous Typin have the chance to be the first person on camera, but obviously not, because he was stuffing around with multi-factor authentication.
Yes, let's just say it's the first time I've ever had to manually set the two-way authentication. Usually when you access your account, it automatically sends it, but I had to manually do it, so here's what it is.
And you're on a portrait view right now, I see.
Yes, I am. Oh, yes, I might turn that other way, actually. That might be better.
Yeah.
But yes.
So I'm just going to be trying to finish building a project for university, and I might actually use that as the thumbnail post show, and I might try and make a quick little Instagram post telling people that I'm live with that as the thumbnail. So while I'm getting all of this stuff out and preparing to find the right pieces to finish my mock for a university project, please feel free to go on any type of a monologue that you want to. And I'm just going to switch from my iPhone 7 to my iPhone 13, sorry.
Right, yep, okay. I can do that. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the mayohosko chat, or live stream, should I say. Glad to be back. Very busy period. If you don't know me, my name's Venomous Taipan. I've got a YouTube channel as well, based on gaming, and other stuff as well. I have a sports, what would you call it? Sports vlog. That would be what we called. And so yeah, planning to do other stuff like that as well. So it's definitely on the improve, and definitely planning to upload more once I go into holidays. So definitely a lot of different content to Lego per se, but it's definitely going to be a fun time, and go check it out. So it's been a while. Actually, when's the last live stream I was on? I can't even remember when it would have been. It probably would have been. It would have. Oh, actually, I don't know.
It probably would have been almost a month ago now.
Yeah, it probably would have been the October long weekend, probably. I reckon. Yeah, it would have been the October long weekend, I reckon, because I haven't. So it has been a while, to say the least. But I'm here and definitely planning to show up to a few more, especially the Saturday ones. So,
Well, that's fantastic news.
but it'll probably still
And we
be.
have Gary Mulane in the chat. It's been a little while since I've seen you in the chat, Gary, so it's fantastic to have you here. Yeah, and so you're probably going to have to do most of the talking, Venomous.
Yes,
I'm
that
just trying
is
to
fine.
fiddle around with something right now.
Actually, that's awkward. Having the camera
What?
there. Oh well, I'll just look at it. Oh no, I was just looking at the chat, and probably people saw my fingers. Very professional. But yeah.
Because this is probably the first time a lot of people have seen your face, because they probably haven't gone back to the Mayo Hosko podcast and live stream playlist to go watch my previous podcast episodes and my previous live streams.
Yes.
So everyone who hasn't seen your face before, say I.
Yes. Yes. So what? You obviously got a few more viewers. As I say, Gary.
Well,
Hello, Gary. Nice to meet you. Hello, Miss Bricks, Miss Amby, Tasman Bricks. How you all going? Yes, nice to meet you, Miss Bricks. Yeah, it's definitely good to see a few new faces within a month. Good to see the channel growing.
yeah, and you know why the channel has grown, and you know why there's more familiar faces for me that aren't familiar to you. Is because I've actually I've put in the hard yards to ingratiate myself in the community and build up a presence that's worth people paying attention to.
Yeah, that is true.
And I always I don't like using the phrase counting my lucky stars, because I think, because as I've said before, I don't believe in luck, because luck cheats. Well, luck is not accountable for all of the hard work that people do to get the best out of their lives, or luck can also prevent people from being held accountable for their misactions. So that's why I don't believe in luck.
To a certain extent, yes,
but
I
to
do
be honest,
agree.
right now, I can't think of a better phrase to use honestly than counting my lucky stars that I've got these four wonderful people in the chat right now: Tasman Bricks, Miss Bricks, and Gary Mulane. It really is fantastic to see you in the comments right now, because this is a most impromptu live stream, and as I always like to do, one of my favorite memes is to say hello to StreamYard.
Yes, as I said, good to see some familiar faces and whatnot, and even like just getting into the community and whatnot. That's something that for me is going to be more difficult, just because the gaming on YouTube in particular is very broad and very big, depending on what area you are. So that's definitely where you'll definitely have an advantage. I feel like the Lego
Yeah,
community
because
is
we're
definitely a
more
lot
of
more
because
tight
even
knit.
though because the Lego online YouTube community is more close knit. Um people actually care about each other rather than competing against each other, which is what gaming is and which is what YouTube has become. So there's a lot of
Yeah,
parallels in that, and it's kind of funny.
well, see, a lot of the stuff I watch is a lot of like competing, yes, but a lot of it's like within like groups and stuff. So it's not like hardcore competition type stuff. I mean, there are obviously a lot of like that out there, but it just sort of all goes back to what you're into and whatnot.
Okay, let me see if I can finish this. Let me just let me see if I can change the settings because unless you've just seen my post on social media, um you guys don't know what I am doing right now. So I have to change it so that y'all can see my face. Then I need to change it from the front camera to the back camera. So this is what I'm working on. It's not finished yet, and it needs to get finished tonight.
What is that? I think I've.
It's a scale model of a technological prototype
Right,
that
yeah,
I've been
okay.
building for a university group task.
Okay, that's interesting.
And I
Definitely a
want to hand
creative
up
way
the
to.
images to my group tonight before we have to hand up a report tomorrow.
Oh, right, yes. So it's got to be done tonight.
Yeah, it should be a fairly simple fix, to be honest, because
Yeah,
there's just
well,
a few things I have to repair and a couple small details that I have to add. I just have to locate the
yeah,
right
right.
pieces.
Yeah, that's. Well, it definitely looks like it's coming along all right.
Yeah,
Lucky I don't have any more assignments for the rest of the year, so.
I
Yeah,
wish
I
I was in
definitely
your
noticed that.
position. I've still got a few bits and bobs I still need to do.
What, you want to do 3 exams instead?
No, I don't. I'd much rather do written assessments honestly than prepare for
uh,
exams.
yeah, well, that's pretty much all I've been doing the last, like, 2 weeks. So.
Yeah, you know what? Well, and you know what you were saying that it's harder to get into the gaming community than it is to get into the Lego community. Well, you
Yeah.
know what? If you actually if you actually put in the effort and try to appear in more of my live streams, maybe the awesome people in this community might accept you just like they accepted Captain Matt.
Oh,
And
crap.
Captain Matt has gained a whole lot of subscribers. He's at 75 now because he was able to get on
Is he? Okay, that's good.
because people started seeing him in my live streams, and then he started commenting on other people's live streams. And
Other
if
people's live streams,
Miss
yeah,
Bricks
and
and
doing it that
Tasman
way.
Bricks is still watching, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Captain Matt has commented on y'all's live streams. Are you frozen?
Well, not anymore, I'm not. It did freeze for a few seconds, but.
And I apologize that you guys can hear audio. Actually, I need to add the banner. Yep, there's the banner. Yeah, I don't believe I have a description, so I'll just add that post live stream. But if any of you guys don't know who Venomous Typing is, and you guys don't know who Captain Matt is, on all of my other videos, you can find links to their channels. So go check them out, subscribe to them, etc. So I'm going to be relying on you to drive most of the conversation
Just,
tonight.
yes, that is fine. So, also, I was going to ask, I'm curious, what type of like assignment is it? Because I'm curious
It's
how you could integrate Lego into the assignment.
Well, it's a project. Well, it's an innovation project. So
Right, yeah.
I thought because we had to build a 3D prototype, and for me, Lego is the best medium for doing so.
Right, yeah.
It's the best
Yeah, that
medium for
makes sense.
building a 3D prototype of anything, unless you have a 3D printer.
Well, out with too many people to have a 3D printer, so
Exactly. I rest my case.
yeah, I definitely agree with that, Miss Bricks. That definitely, like, I'm still fairly new with it, but like having met some of the people like for these live streams and in other people's live streams as well, it definitely seems like very tight knit and very close. And I feel like it definitely helps being a smaller community as well compared to like some of the other YouTube genres. I feel like definitely a lot smaller. And so that definitely does help. But yeah, it's definitely. I mean, it's like probably just like my high school was fairly small. Everybody sort of knew everyone, and in some ways it was tighter. Because if you go to like some other big high schools, like not everyone's going to know everybody. You always have your different groups and stuff like that. So I sort of compare it to that because we high school.
Yeah, that's a good way of
So
thinking
I
about
definitely
it.
compare it to that. Definitely more time.
And so, why don't you tell the kind folks
Yeah.
in the comments about stuff that you've been uploading to YouTube lately? Because I'm sure that they'd love to hear about your projects and the stuff that you've done and planning to do with your social media, etc.
Right. Yes. Um, I'm planning to do some more sporting type stuff. At the moment, I've got the
Oh, and then Miss Typin just dropped out for some reason. And by the way, I believe everyone. No, sorry. If Miss Wicks is awake right. No, sorry. If Miss Amby is awake right now, maybe you want to come into the live stream because you do have an invite. Oh, who's that? Oh, yeah, it's Venomous.
well then that was interesting. Anyway, so yeah, as I was saying, so for those who do not know, like all right, yeah, all right. So yeah, so for those who don't know, so I do have an SANFL thing. So it's like a almost the best way to describe it for like the US is like a college type thing, like a league that sort of leads on to like a more professional league. So it's sort of
Or kind
out
of like what the EFL Championship is to the EPL.
yeah, so stuff like that. It's sort of like feeder league. So the SNFL is a bit like that to our national competition, the AFL. So with a lot of history as well. It's been going for 100 and hang on, what did it start? 78. So it'd be 100 and frick, I've got to do math now. 143 years, I believe, if my math is correct. So, technically give and take through to a couple world wars, but yeah. So I've got that up there, and also I haven't decided, but I'm thinking of doing stuff on the BBL. I haven't decided whether I want to do that or not yet, though. But that's definitely something I could consider. So, yes. And to your question, Miss Amby, at the moment, it's a lot of Pokemon type stuff with the setup I have got in terms of like being able to record. So I do stuff called Nuzlocke. I'm not too sure whether you're into Pokemon or how much you know about that sort of or the game or the franchise
I will say
itself.
that Miss Amber used to be a part of the gaming community.
Yes, yes, yeah, but it also sort of depends on what games, because there's different variety. Because some may have heard of some and not the others, so it just sort of depends on the games that interest people. But yeah, so at the moment, a lot of it's so I've got the first four, uh, no, the first three up, and I've got the fourth one to upload. Of that, yes, that is correct. So, yeah, so it's a bit of like playing Pokemon with a bit of a challenge. So yeah, there's like a few rules that you go off of, and it can get stressful at times. I do enjoy it, because for me at the moment, in particular, YouTube's just sort of a hobby, in terms of just uploading the content that I like playing. Um, so and then just sort of seeing how it goes from there. So, uh, but far up glasses falling off my face. But yeah, so but I am thinking about doing other things as well. Um, am I going to do that? Yeah, I definitely do have other ideas as well. So that I am planning to do late November probably would be when that sort of starts, I reckon. Once I finish all my uni exams and stuff like that, that's sort of going on in the background at the moment. So, all
Just
right,
trying to
yeah,
find some
Destiny,
bar
Skyrim,
pieces.
Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, easy to yeah. See, a lot of I said that's a very mixed type of. You've got a platformer and all that. Yeah, I a couple of platformers, Skyrim and stuff. Destiny as well. Yeah, I I actually never actually played Spyro or Skyrim actually. I actually am curious about Skyrim because I know a lot of people. I don't know whether James remember this, but a lot of people did talk about it, especially in the early high school days when it first came out.
Yeah, that was before a Disney Infinity came out.
Was it? Was it that long ago?
Yes.
Far out.
Um.
Wow.
Wait, no. Wait, no. I think I'm getting that confused with Skylanders. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Skylanders. Yeah, no, that's Skyrim was like Elder Scrolls. Oh, I should 5 because Oblivion I think was 4, if I remember correctly. Because I know I had a good mate of mine who played Oblivion, loved that, and then went in and played a lot of Skyrim as well. So, but yeah, yeah, PC and PlayStation. Yeah. So what? Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of them were Sony games. I think actually I was gonna say I don't know. I thought Skyrim was both. I can't remember whether Skyrim was released on both, but yeah, definitely like Crash and Spyro were definitely Sony. Like well, originally Sony. I think Crash actually got so, but yeah, yeah. I actually do like Crash Bandicoot. I've got several of the older games there. I haven't actually played too many of the newer ones though. So I did start the Insane trilogy, and that got very difficult for me. That was it was a good game, but yeah, I definitely struggled. I was like dying constantly on. I think it was the first Crash game, like World Two or something. So yeah, it was definitely a struggle because platformers are definitely not my strong suit. But I did like have some of the older ones, like I think the one that comes to mind is Mind Over Mutant. I think it was. So I did enjoy that. I got through. I pretty much completed that, and I know well, it's probably not a proper Crash game, but Crash Nitro Kart as well. and Crash Team Racing. The few racing games they released, I did enjoy them as well. I spent many hours on those. And one of the few, PS2 games, actually, they're all on the PS2 far out. That's ages ago that I actually play quite constantly. So
That was a long time ago. Long time. Long time. Anyone knows that? Anyone knows two of those references? Feel free to let me know in the comments. One is obviously Planet of the Apes, but if someone tells me the other, you'll get a shout out in my next live stream.
Well, I wouldn't know the reference, but
yeah, because you have to be watching certain YouTubers to understand the reference.
Yeah, that is true. So, what's crazy though to think about it, like the PS2 is that old, and I've still got a PS2 that works. It's kind of crazy.
2002.
Yeah,
the greatest. The PlayStation 2 is the greatest console of all time.
Yeah. And well, I mean, mine still works, so I don't know how, but
yeah, that's saying a lot about the quality that Sony had back then.
yeah, I don't know how many original Xboxes still work. I don't know too many that have them actually. But
So do you have any other YouTube projects that you've got in the mix?
well, other than the sporting vlogs and the Nuzlocke stuff, I am actually planning to do another video. Yeah, I probably could do that. I was actually planning to do it this. I won't say what it is, but I was planning to do it last time, and decided against it. I can't remember the reason why, but I am tempted to when I get it. I am definitely tempted to actually upload that. So, but yeah, as I said, a lot of the stuff though will be probably it will definitely be late November when I will be starting to upload again, because I've got exams pretty much from next week up until pretty much the 21st. So
That's gotta
that
hurt.
week. Yeah, well, my last exam's technically the 19th, which is a Friday, but I'm planning to be out that week. I could do something on the weekend, I suppose. Actually, when did they get released? I suppose I could. Yeah, we'll see how we go, but it'll definitely be at least November 20, at least. So, because I just want to sort of focus on that right now, because the way our uni's got the exams set, I don't agree with it, and I don't know how your exams are when you've had to do a couple. But I know with mine in particular, they're worth like 60% of the grade or 55%.
Yeah, the maximum and we have Thomas Davey in the chat. Hello. The maximum grade I've ever the maximum one of my exams has ever been worth has been 50%.
Really? Yeah, no, I wish they were 50%. One of them's 55 and the other's 60. And actually, no, there's two that are 60 actually. So I don't know why they do that, because you do like 13 weeks with all this other coursework. That's worth about 40%. Then you have a 3-hour exam and it's worth 60%. In my personal opinion, it's slightly out of scale, but
well, I've
Thomas, good to see you in the chat.
Gotten some progress done on this prototype, so yeah, this has been a good live stream. I'm very surprised with the amount of people that turned up, honestly, because this was a most impromptu live stream, so I'm really appreciative for everyone who has come by, whether you're still here or whether you've gone off and done other things already. I'm just glad to have seen your faces in the comments. So just like to
Well,
say
it
thank you.
definitely does show a loyal supporter base. Like whenever you go live, that they'll sort of be there. Obviously, most of the time. So yeah, that's definitely always good, and definitely a good thing for the community. So thank you guys for
Agreed.
that. But yeah. So yeah, my exams, going back to the conversation before, yeah, my exams are, the way everything's weighted is just out of scale in my opinion. But that pretty much 3 hours defines pretty much all your work for the semester, essentially. So
I think it's a little bit ridiculous myself that your exams are graded that much. And we have big Nate Bricks in the chat. So hello. Yeah, so there's Thomas and there's Nate.
how you going, Big Nate? Bricks, how you? Good to see you in the live stream. So, but yeah, so when's my first exam? On the 12th. Yeah, okay, that's fine. But yeah. Well, I was going to say, do you have any exams this semester? I don't think you do you?
No, I don't. They're all either written assessments or project assessments.
Right, yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
so
been nice to not have to be under the pressure of exams.
yeah, exams is a weird one because I actually don't mind doing them. The doing them's not the issue. I think the biggest issue for me is just the
Is the
weighting of them all
preparation. That's
and
the kid
the
out.
pressure of it
Sorry.
all. Yeah.
Sorry about that, people.
Yeah, but it's just the preparation does suck, and I think the build up does as well. When you're doing it, it's not too bad because you're not thinking about like what it's the weighting and stuff. But I think it's just like the pressure of it all. I feel like that's just the hardest part of it, knowing that pretty much for 2 of the 3 exams, if I don't get 50%, I have to redo the entire course. So
Yeah, I mean
it is
that
annoying,
sucks. That
and
sucks,
it's
man.
and on top of that, hex you've got to pay double the hex then too. So because you're paying the same course again, bloody what is mine like 1,500 or something. So
Yeah, but and that's why I've and that's why for some of the classes that I think I might fail, I've been trying to ask my teachers about how can I get extra credit if I fail.
right, we haven't failed any yet, have we?
Because what people don't realize is that your university lecturers and professors and tutors, etc., they will do anything in their power to get you to pass because they're not because even though they are staff of the university, they are not the university. They whether you pass or fail doesn't affect their bottom line. So negatively um negatively no sorry so um I'm not sure how it is structured like corporately, but the universities, at least in Australia, I don't know how they are in North America or the UK, but over here, at least my university wants to do everything to get you to pass the subject.
Yeah,
And that's why and I'm not sure what cultures of other universities are, but I think what you just said Venomous doesn't apply to the universities that we go to because the universities that we go to aren't privatized. They are owned by the government. They are state or at least 51% owned by the state, and the other 50 or 49% are owned by um are owned by the donors or whatever.
Yeah, well, the thing is too, like with the pass and fail stuff, a lot of it reflects on the teachers as well. Because if people start failing, that doesn't look great on the teachers itself, and the university then
Exactly.
asks
So
them
that's
questions.
that's
So
just another incentive that they have to get you to pass the subject. So that's something I really like.
yeah, it's
That
no.
it looks that I think some universities that are privately owned have the greed in them, but universities that have somewhat of integrity, they want you to pass. They'll do anything to help you pass, and they know that the more students that pass and don't drop out, the more people will come to their university. Is a way of thinking. Oh, we have a someone in the chat coming. Oh no, that's just a duplicate of Venomous. Hello.
Yeah, you might
What
want
happened there?
to get. Yeah, my again for me. I don't know why it's been doing that. So you might
That's
want to get
weird.
the. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's happened a couple. Well, actually, fun fact: this is actually the first time I'm doing it on my iPad. So seeing how that goes, but because in the past I haven't actually been able to, for whatever reason, it wouldn't let me do it. But tonight I actually worked out a way that I could actually do it. So, but yeah, so I don't know why that's crashing. Actually, I might have an idea, but I won't be able to fix that now. That's something I'll have to do later on in terms of
Yeah. And
why
so
that's crashing.
just going on with what we were talking about exams earlier, don't you have a tragic story about an exam with one of your favorite things in the world, technology? I'm sure that you have something that I know you've told me before that could be a monologue to help see out this live stream.
Right. Yeah. So, you're referring to the one that happened a few weeks ago?
Yes,
Or going
exactly.
back a week and a half, like, or not week and a half, like what? Actually, no, probably a couple months ago. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So one of my subjects had a mid-semester exam. So, which is not a bad idea. It does ease the pressure off of like your normal exam, because what they do is there's 9 topics, and the first 4 topics was part of this mid-semester. So essentially, what we'd covered up until that point of the course. So yeah, I thought it was a good idea, but they decided to have it on Microsoft Excel because they believe that Excel and they need skills in Excel. Now, Excel is a great tool for like calculations and stuff. That wasn't too bad. But the problem was that it wasn't just calculations in this exam. There was theory, and they'd also lock the exam until you'd actually done everything right. And unfortunately, it didn't quite work out. The I got locked out of my exam for about 20 minutes. I couldn't, so we had an hour and 20 to do it. I got locked out of my exam for about the first 15 to 20 minutes. I eventually got into my exam. I had to pretty much rush through the questions. A couple of the questions it wouldn't let me type anywhere, so I had to sort of go back out, save it, and go back in until it worked. It was just trial and error. There was also a couple of glitches that everybody was having, so we had to retype out an entire question and do the calculations on a blank page. And then the teacher decided to give everybody an extra 10 minutes, and they communicated that via email because we're doing online exams. But a lot of students don't have their emails on during the exam. So a lot of students still handed it up at 6:50, and I was one of them. And they gave an extra 10 minutes until 7, but I didn't know about that. So I lost probably about half an hour out of the 80 minutes due to like technical difficulties. And I don't know whether I mentioned this, but I actually passed that.
Oh,
I actually
really?
got a pass.
You
Yeah, I got
passed.
21 and a half out of 40.
Congratulations.
The issue is though is that I got 21.5 out of 40, but the way the system worked is that you can redo a question if you wanted to in the final exam. So I got one of the questions, I nailed that. I got like 17.5 out of 20, but the other question I only got 4 out of 20. So the teacher has suggested for me to do that question again in the final exam. So instead of doing 5 questions in the that was originally prepared for the final exam, most people only had to do 3 because they passed the mid-semester. I have to do 4. So there was a bit of a loss. I still have to redo one of the questions. I mean, I probably could take the 4 marks and like go on because I only need then like 22 or 23 to pass from there. But yeah, I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that. It's definitely this exam in particular, the way it's set with the mid semester, it's a lot more strategic just based on the marking and stuff.
And there's the project done.
Oh, it's completed.
Yeah, there it is. I've added the robot arms I needed to add, and I finished building the conveyor belt. So as you can see, the main base of it is this black. I think it's a 12 by 24. This large black brick, and there's a. I want to say there's 2. I'm pretty sure there's a couple green 8 by 8 chunky bricks in there. So yeah, I accomplished literally everything I wanted to get done this live stream. So I'm
That's good
glad
then.
that I've able to get this. I'll need to take some final photographs and send it off to my group. So yeah, we're gonna close on out soon. But do you just want to give yourself a final plug for your channel and your social media? Then we'll head on out.
Yep. So obviously I've got a YouTube channel as mentioned before, Venomous Taipan, a lot of gaming and sports. Do want to branch out later on with the different type of games, but at the moment it's a lot of Pokemon and sport type content. Come have a look at the channel. It'll be definitely worth your time. Also, if you do, any feedback is much appreciated as well. I'm still fairly new to this, and I'm definitely learning and definitely growing. Yes, but definitely go check it out, and it's definitely going to be a fun time. You can also follow me on. Oh crap! This is very unprofessional of me. I think it's. I actually got to double check that, so I won't do that just yet. But yeah. So yeah.
Just give you a quick little overview. You can see some of the build techniques I've used. I used a lot of big pieces, which was really essential for getting the shape of this project. And I've made some other props for other university, well, for a part of this as well. So if you can see, there's a computer, just a large computer mainframe, and the minifigures that I think best represent, or that are best for representing my group, are the Octane workers. So you can also see that I've built a very basic computer desk for the main computer that programs everything, and then just a giant display monitor. And I've got some other things around here somewhere. I made a video about this for my university project, so yeah, maybe I'll unprivatize that one day. So anyway, this has been a very short and sweet live stream. Thank you for coming into the panel, Venomous Typin.
Not a problem. Thanks for having me.
Before we head on out, Miss Amby said I usually join, but my mouth is still numb and sore from the dentist. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are going to the dentist or coming out of the dentist right now over the past couple months. So thank you, Gary, Miss Amby, Thomas, Miss Briggs, Nate, and we had Tasman Bricks in here earlier, and of course StreamYard. So thank you everyone for coming along. No need to do all of the outros this time because all of that stuff is on the scroll bar down the bottom. So thank you for coming. I'll see you in the next live stream, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.